friends, thanks for joining me in this video. You can watch this video in either of your choices. Choice number one, either you watch it full stretch, that is, this video is going to be for the next 40 minutes. That might be the bad news for you. If you are really ready to invest 45 minutes of your time, then start watching it. Choice number one. Choice number two, if you don't have time substantive enough to spend for 45 minutes, watch this video on a split basis. Maybe watch the first couple of minutes now, and then you can pause, you can really work over, and then you can come back again. So whichever style you watch, choice one or choice two, make sure that you are putting these things into application. I thought I could give you a biggest resource. How is your life right now? Are you really feeling very stressed, or are you pretty relaxed? The current project or the assignment that you are right now working, is it really going on the schedule, as per the schedule, or slightly deviating from the plan, which is requiring some expedition from your side? How's your life? Because I'm going to give you a technique that is going to alter your life. I mean, some of you who are watching this video would have already got this concept from me when you have attended my sessions. But there are plenty of other people whom I think should be knowing about this particular concept. It's called as DLS. Daily launcher system. How to start your day. See, the day that you're living is the miniature of your life, they say. Your life is the reflection of the number of days you are living. So you got to be very careful with how you are living your life. I mean, just like the food we are putting into our body, the thoughts that we are putting into our mind are very, very important. This DLS is not specifically a kind of a psychological technique or some sort of theoretical invasion of the mind, but it is actually a couple of steps that you need to follow from tomorrow onwards. Yes, from tomorrow onwards. You've got to give me the promise before we carry on that you are going to apply this DLS concept from tomorrow onwards. Because no more wasting time. We need to change our entire paradigms. We need to change our mindset from today onwards. This DLS is some of the steps that you are supposed to follow in the morning, immediately after you wake up in the morning. Forget about the morning routine. That's going to happen every single day. But apart from that, we are going to introduce a new routine in your life. That new routine is nothing but a couple of steps. To be very precise with you, 8 steps. These 8 steps are really going to create a profound impact in how you are going to live the day. Because when you live a proper day, and if you're doing that consistently for the next 5 days, you have lived a wonderful week. And if you continue for the next couple of weeks, you have lived a wonderful month. And months slip into years, and years, the combination of years, is actually your life. So a transition that you are making in a day is definitely going to reflect on your entire life. So let's straight away get into DLS, the Daily Launcher System. As you can see here, I told you earlier, the life that you are living right now is the miniature. Basically, the day that you are living is going to create your life. It's a profound concept. Every single person, all the self-improvement authors are saying this. Now, I'm in this particular business and I go to varieties of places. And a couple of days back, I was addressing some staff members of school. And a couple of weeks back, I was addressing staff members of an engineering college. A couple of months back, I was in a particular company talking to some line staff of the company. 3 categories of people, and this message was delivered to all of them. Because every single person has got some sort of revolution to happen. I mean, the person has got some purpose in life, and the person is expecting some revolution to happen, but someday the person is not really able to pick up that revolution. So why don't we get into these steps of DLS and we try to create a revolution in our life? So what are the 8 steps? The first, we will see the clips of those steps, and then we shall straight away get into the steps one by one. Step number 1 is energizing your mind and balancing your body. Step number 2 is trying to get into the pictures, or trying to glance the pictures of the inspirational people you have in your life. Step number 3 is getting into attitude of gratitude. Step number 4 is reviewing your skills, your strengths, your talents, and the positive points of yours. Step number 5 is reading something positive every morning. Step number 6 is reviewing your goals, your targets, your vision and mission. Step number 7 is watching something inspirational so that you get the boost for that day. Step number 8 is my favorite technique. Just sitting back, relaxing, and picturing the day you want. So these are the 8 steps. And these 8 steps are called as daily launcher system because you're launching the day, right? So it's called as daily launcher system. So shall we get into that one by one? Step number 1, energize the mind and balance the body. Once you wake up, you are in the alpha level. Let me talk about alpha level for a minute. Alpha level is between the theta level and beta level. I'm speaking in beta level right now and you are listening in beta level right now. When we wake up, for the first 5 to 10 minutes, we will be in the alpha level. We will be in the bridge between beta level and theta level. Theta level is the supreme level, right? So supreme level means your sleeping level. Your mind will be very active that time. So when you are deep asleep, your mind will be very active, and that level is called as theta level. Beta level is completely awake, right? So completely, on the road and trying to work on our own functionality, normal functionality of our brain. We got to be into this alpha level. So this is the bridge. Alpha level is the kind of a level in which you will be in a mixture of theta and a mixture of beta. So this alpha level, once you wake up, you will be in this level for a couple of minutes, and this entire DLS is going to be done in those couple of minutes. You get what I'm saying? You are going to demonstrate these 8 steps in those minutes, that is when you are dwelled into alpha level. So let's see the first step number 1, that is energizing the mind and balancing the body. You wake up and immediately I want you to energize your body. I want you to, trigger your body with some actions. Physiology breeds psychology, right? So trigger with some action. Just jump or just have the shoes very near to your car, put on the shoes, go for a jog, have the skipping rope and do skipping, or do whatever for raising your metabolism, for awakening your own self. Your entire physicality should be completely wide awake. Will that be possible? Yes, it's possible. Because I want you to get out of that laziness in which, see, unfortunately, this alpha level, when it is working, your body will be very lazy. So you have to be in a position to energize. The mind is very alert, but the body is very, very lazy. So it's a kind of an imbalance that we are going through during that level. So we need to be very much alert at that point of time. So we need to energize our body and balancing the body so that we will find the alpha level in our attention. So do something, jump, run, or just go for a walk around your garden, or just to go for the punching bag and then do some jabbing and punching. Do whatever it may be and try to energize your body. This is step number 1. Immediately. You can argue with me. I have the practice of going for a walk. I have the practice of going for jogging. I have the practice of going to the gym and I do all the curls, I do all the shrugs and lifts for energizing my muscles. I totally agree with all that. But for going to the gym, for going to the walking, for going to the jogging, you need to prepare yourself. At that point of time, you drift from alpha to beta. And basically that does not serve our purpose. Immediately after waking up, that's what I'm speaking about. Your preparation time before you go to the gym, your preparation time before you go for walking, it's almost about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm talking about that 25 minutes in which you are very alert and your alpha level is completely switched on. Right? So try to understand that. So do something for energizing. I have the habit of waking up and I'll stretch. I'll enormously stretch. We call it a cat stretch in aerobics, right? So I stretch totally. And I jump for a couple of times. And I immediately go and I do my pull-ups, I do my boxing, jabbing and all that. I totally get energized. So I want you to do something of that sort. And then we move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is getting the inspiration from the real legendary people. you should be having a notebook, or you should be having a chart in which your real legendary people's pictures should be there. Now, you saw in the picture, right? So the pictures contained, that picture contained plenty of people that I admire. So basically, first 5 minutes when you use that first step, during the second 5 minutes, you are seeing those people whom you consider as the real-time inspiration for your life. And when you look at them, you draw the inspiration from them. Because when you look at the person, what happens is that you get the meaning of that person's viability. I mean, you like the person for some reason. You get that reason. All right. So, for example, if you like Ratan Tata, the ex-chairman of Tata Group of Companies, you know why you like Ratan Tata. So that reason has to be injected into your brain at that point of time. If you like Swami Vivekananda, for example, if you like Bruce Lee, for example, right? So if you like Mr. Mailswamy Annathurai, for example, or if you like Sachin Tendulkar, for example, or if you like any of the persons in your family, have the person's picture. So when you look at that particular person, the person is radiating that particular energy. The picture is radiating that particular energy because your mind knows the reason why you like that person so much, and you get that reason. For example, I like Sachin for his career discipline. I like Ratan Tata for his entrepreneurship. I like Bhagat Singh for his courage when he was a freedom fighter. Courage, entrepreneurship, discipline, and career. Three most important leadership qualities I get from those people, right? So the second step is take that notebook or take that chart paper which contains the pictures of those real legendary people and look at them, gaze them, get the inspiration from them, feel it, sink into it, feel it, and basically you go to internalize that positive feeling at that point of time. And you need to take some 5 minutes for this. So the second step is all about getting the inspiration to the mind, getting the fire for the mind. It might be a holiday, it might be a work day, it might be a business meeting day, whatever it may be. Step number 3 is more spiritual in nature. It's called as attitude of gratitude. Now you'll be so thankful for whatever you have. You're spending the next 5 minutes in step number 3. When you think about what are the things that you have in your life, you might be undergoing some turmoil in your life. You might be undergoing some, troublesome time, or you might be undergoing some sort of turbulence in terms of finance, and you might be undergoing some trouble in terms of relationship. You might be having your own flare of the problems that you're experiencing right now. Don't worry. All those things are definitely going to be faded away very soon if you're really strong. I mean, always remember this statement. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. You are tough, I know. So, what you do is, the third step, forgetting about all the problems, you thank for what you have. The more you think and thank about, you bring about. So you are actually thanking for whatever you have. You are actually expressing the gratitude for whatever you have. So that's the third step. Just close your eyes. Thank for the wonderful parents you have. Thank for the wonderful brothers and sisters you have. Thank for the wonderful friends you have. Thank for the skills that you have. My God, whatever the skills that you have, which is taking you on. If you're a student, the skills that are taking you on. If you're a working professional, the skills that are taking you to the office, and that particular skill which the employer has been so much admired with and he has given you the job, right? If you're a businessman, that particular skill which you believed in so hard and you have made yourself as a businessman, thank for that particular skill. You know what I mean? So thanking is very primitive, but at the same time, it yields plenty of benefits. You talk about any saints, you talk about any kind of self-development books, you talk about any blogs that are written by legendary people, the business legendary people and people of various classifications. All the people are commonly mentioning about the attitude of gratitude. So it's so simple, but it pays a lot of benefit. But we are not doing this attitude of gratitude expecting something to happen. No. Just give away the thanks. Just be grateful for whatever that you have. As simple as that. Step number 3 is live with gratitude. The attitude of gratitude. Spend some 5 or 10 minutes for expressing your thanks. That's step number 3. Step number 4, very important step. Reviewing your skills, strengths, and talents. your skills and strengths. What are the skills that you are so much proud of? What are the talents that you are so much proud of? What are all the strengths that you have, which the other people are clinging on to you? So you need to take a piece of paper beforehand, the previous night. You need to take a piece of paper and write down your strengths, skills, and talents, which are taking you to the next stride of your life. Make no mistake about it. All the strengths that you have, which you have used for coming all the way along until now, till your life, right now. All the skills that you have, which your friends are considering that you are too good, you're the man. So, what brings appreciations to you? What brings, tap on the shoulders for you? What brings the self motivation for you? I want to recollect all those things at this point of time. And that's the fourth step. Spend some 5 or 10 minutes thinking about your skills, strengths, and talents. Because this is the best way to multiply these three things. You can multiply your skills, strengths, and talents only by thinking about that and only by nourishing about that. So many people come to counseling and they say that I don't know what I'm capable of. I see plenty of people, I compare myself, and I don't really know how I have, how can I discover my life to the next level? There is a statement: birds of a feather flock together. If you're thinking on that way, that you are not really capable of, or you're not really able to understand what you're really capable of, it means you are lingering with those people who are thinking the same way. So you got to first of all break the relationship circle and you need to come out, right? So sometimes the best solution for life is to come out from a particular societal circle we belong to. Not about the family. I'm speaking about some of your friends. No offenses to your friends. I'm speaking about those friends who are actually making you feel so much demotivated. So once you come out of them, you will be able to understand what you are really capable of. You will be really able to understand what are the things that you can manifest on, what are the things that you can explore more on. So that's step number 4, reviewing your skills, strengths, and talents. If you are going to start this DLS system from tomorrow onwards, sit tonight and write the list of your skills, strengths, and talents today itself. This is so profoundly important. Step number 5 is reading something positive for 10 minutes. Let's take a quick recap, shall we? The first step was energizing your mind and balancing the body. You energized your body, you energized your mind. At the same time, you have really given some actions to your body. Second step, you spend the next 5 minutes in looking at the inspirational people and you drew some inspiration from those people. Third step, you are thanking for all that you have and you are expressing the gratitude. Fourth step, you review your skills, strengths, and talents, and you are really encompassing and emphasizing into your mind that I need more of it. Right? And the fifth step, after you do all these 4 steps, the fifth step is immediately taking some positive material, maybe a self-book or something, and immediately reading that. So, how about reading some text from Think and Grow Rich of Napoleon Hill? How about reading some text from the Corporate Chanakya? How about reading some text from Chetan Bhagat's book? How about reading some text from Robin Sharma's book, Who Will Cry When You Die? Leadership Without Title. Wonderful books they are. How about reading something from Dale Carnegie's series, like How to Influence People by Self-Confidence and How to Influence People by Very Good Public Speaking and How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Or how about reading some text from How to Use Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. These are all wonderful texts. So you got to be very careful in choosing the book. I mean, the book should contain some sort of positives. And when you read that, you have to get this electrifying feeling inside yourself. Right? So read something positive for 10 minutes. Right? So that will create endorphins. Endorphins are something that are secreting into your brain in the early morning when you are in alpha level. So when you are reading something positive, you understand the text, you understand the contextuality, and the endorphins are really secreting, and you feel so positive. You should feel on the road for the day. So step number 5 is reading something positive. Now let's move on to step number 6. This could be a transforming thing for your life, because step number 6, see, in step number 4 you are reviewing about your skills, strengths and targets. I mean skills, strengths and talents, right? So in step number 6 you are slightly going on a different distinction, and you are going to review this. In this step also you are going to review, but what you are going to review is not about your strengths, skills and talents again. They are about your, this time in step number 6 you are going to review about your vision, mission, your goals and targets. The most important step of DLS, the king of all the 8 DLS steps. Reviewing about your goals, targets, vision, mission, and your ambition. Just imagine, my dear friends, in the early morning, as we were discussing earlier, in the alpha level, when you are reminding about your goal, the supreme goal that you have, the purpose of your life, or the vision that you have. See, let me give you a small difference or distinctions between these things. Vision is something that you are going to accomplish in 20 years or 25 years. And the mission is the step-by-step chunking action steps that you are going to take for achieving that vision. For example, if you would like to become a great businessman, or if you would like to start a new enterprise with your own capital in the next 20 years, all the steps that you are taking from 2015 beginning towards that particular larger vision is your mission. The steps that you are taking are the missions. All right? Goals are very, very primitive even than vision and mission. The goal for the next couple of years, the goal for the next year, the goal for the next month. Review all this as the 6th step. You should have written a goal statement. You know, before this video in YouTube channel, you would have checked the goal card principle, the concept of goal card. I have made a 10-minute video in which I have spoken about the Earl Nightingale's concept. The Earl Nightingale's concept, it has been named as, because Dr. Earl Nightingale says that you should write the goal on a card and you should keep on viewing that goal card every single moment of time whenever you have. I mean, as far as possible, just frequently looking that goal card will seep into your subconscious mind that this is what I want in my life, and your life travels towards that. What a great principle it is. So having the written statement of your goal, having the written statement of your vision and mission, and reading that at the early morning as a process of your daily launcher system is a wonderful way of giving new meaning to your brain. You got to spend almost about 10 to 15 minutes on this particular step alone. Make no mistake about it. The 6th step is reviewing your vision, your mission, your goals and targets. Try that. Step number 7 is a very interesting step. Watch something inspirational for the next 5 to 10 minutes. We have got plenty of inspirational movies around us. We have got plenty of inspirational documentary clips around us, right? We have got plenty of speeches. We have got plenty of audiobooks. We have got plenty of pep talks available. The TED talk shows. Have you got subscribed with TED talk shows in YouTube? Please do that. It's a wonderful way of seeing various legendary people of the world speaking about various concepts. Business class people, entrepreneurs, political leaders, good political leaders by the way, political leaders, all those people come to the TED shows and they speak. So one latest TED show that I watched was by Daniel Pink, an extraordinary professor in Harvard Business School. He spoke about innovation in TED Talk show, and it was so thought-provoking. So watching such thing inspirational. Almost 85% of the people who are watching this carry a smartphone, if I'm not wrong. You carry a smartphone, you have your laptop, you have internet, you have your Wi-Fi. So why don't you use those resources? Surrender to the resources. As the saying goes, the soldier who sweats more in training bleeds less in war.
Behold the King, the King of Kings.
I repeat, the soldier who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. So we spend more time in training. We spend more time in self-discovery. We spend more time in re-energizing ourselves, re-engineering ourselves, having new meanings every single day. Not by just going to the corner and winding away for all the sorrows. No, those days are gone. I mean, we have to take these resources for the best of ourselves. Building our muscle is important, but more important is building our emotional muscle. So many people are very good, have very good brawn, have very good physique, and have very good appearance, but their internal emotional intelligence will be very, very poor. I don't want you to be like that, right? So watch something inspiration. Have collections. We are blessed with plenty of collections. If you go to YouTube, you've got plenty of collections of inspirational speeches. Or you can have your own choice of some movie clips, which when you watch, will really admire. I mean, movies like Rocky, movies like Spendables, movies like Chak De India in Hindi, movies like Tare Zameen Par Lakan, all those are wonderful inspirational movies. Right? So watch something inspirational. That's our seventh step. Step number 8, and the final step in DLS, is picturing the day you want. When I gave a sneak peek of all these 8 steps earlier, some 25 minutes back, I told you that this is very important. It's my favorite. Closing the eyes, sitting relaxed and visualizing how you want the day. What kind of experiences you would like to have on that day. If you got a very big business proposition to take place on that day, how do you want the business proposition to take place? If you have a particular meeting to be addressed, how do you want that meeting to be addressed, and how do you want the receivers of the meeting to receive whatever you're saying? If you got a very important discussion to be going on with your boss on that day, how do you want the discussion to go on? See that in your mind's eye first of all. If you're not doing that, nobody else can help you. Picturing the day you want, the emotions you want to feel on that day, the feelings you want to experience on that day, the steps or strategies you have in your mind to be executed on that day, the basic level of actions you would like to see yourself exerting on that day. So seeing everything, physically seeing everything, you've got a wonderful power. I mean, what you see in here is definitely going to manifest outside. Because your external world is a reflection of your internal world. You know that, right? You have seen that. You are an youngster right now. You might have seen some 20 to 25 years of experience of seeing your external world mirroring your internal world. What you talk inside, your inner conversation, the ways that you are going on, the kind of enzymes that are secreting in your body system, and the kind of feelings that are coming, and everything is the reflection of your inner world. So when you are visualizing and picturing the day you want, it's most likely that you are going to have the similar kind of the day that you are seeing here. Life is always going to stomp you with lots of pain. Life is always going to give you a lot of slap in the face. Life is definitely going to treat you very, very hard and harsh sometimes. And I don't want you to sit and cry and blaming things around. They are going to be like that. Stop blaming. Stop whining away. A couple of days back, my Facebook post was this, and plenty of people thank me for this kind of insight. And I'm so happy that an ordinary post has really made some people happy. Attitude of gratitude, we spoke about step number 3 in DLS, right? Yeah. Coming back, stop blaming. When you blame, you are actually drawing more of it. When you complain and whine, you are actually getting more of it. And some youngsters are going, to various levels of getting into some self-destructive behaviors. They consume alcohol, they smoke cigarette, they go to various places where they are not supposed to go. They do all the things what they are not supposed to do. They're all into self-destructive behaviors. I want you to get back to self-enhancing behaviors. Your mom and dad, when you were in the boyhood and girlhood stage, your mom and dad were very clear with emphasizing lots of self-enhancing behaviors. And after we grew up, when we became youngsters, we forgot self-enhancing behaviors and we naturally are pulled into self-destructive behaviors. The very reason I'm suggesting this DLS step is to make you a masterpiece of self-enhancing behaviors so that you can feel good about yourself, so that you can feel better about yourself. What are the things that are happening in life now, your relationship wise, your profession wise, your personal insights wise? What are the things that are happening right now? If you give more life to it, they are going to expand and they are going to have a nickel on your throat. But if you're giving a different meaning, it's really going to take away from you. And I want you to think about your life as a masterpiece. I don't want you to, forget your dreams. I mean, at the pursuit of your current pain surveillance, your dream is being forgotten. For example, if a guy or if a girl is experiencing a problem in terms of the profession for the next 6 months, it's going to widen the problem. I mean, for the next 6 months, if the person has the biggest assignment of thinking about the particular project, in that 6 months, the person forgets the dream. The dream is totally put into graveyard. As very wise man once said, which is the richest place on the planet? He said, the richest place on the planet is the graveyard. Because it is in the graveyard the dead bodies are sleeping with lots of insights and ideas that were not spoken about. It's in the graveyard the dead bodies are sleeping without generating all the thought-provoking insights that they had, generating all the strategies that they had, the actions that they had. They swallowed all those things within themselves and they have never took a chance to express those things. And that's why graveyard is the richest place in the planet. Because people have not expressed their ideas, people have not spoken up, people have not shown their assertiveness, and people have not really given the stance of expressing what they are really having in their mind and what they are really having in their head. I don't want your life to be in that kind of a style. I mean, this very reason for daily launcher system is as you go along with this daily launcher system, you come along with lots and lots of new insights, lots and lots of new paradigms of thoughts, and you will have plenty of new dimensional thinking happening in your mind, and your life will change. I can show you plenty of examples of changed lives and changed insights and changed minds. This DLS is one among the techniques. Got very serious, right? Cool down. Now, let's take a recap. The first step of DLS was right exercise and energy. Gathering the energy and gathering the reservoir of power from the real inspirational people. Third step, expressing the gratitude. Fourth step, reviewing your skills, strengths, and talents. Fifth step, reading something positive for the next 10 minutes. Sixth step, review your goals, mission, and targets. Watching something inspirational that will really give you a light, and that will really give you a grace or force so that you can escape out. And the last step is picturing the day you want. After this picturing the day you want, you close your eyes and you picture the day you want, and you wake up and you unleash the power outside. Life will change. Life will change. We haven't done any of these things in our lives so far. I mean, how are we starting our morning? We wake up, we do all the things that we do in the morning, and we will do exercise, we will take bath, we will have our breakfast, and then we'll go. Sometimes, because of the hush time, we will be even skipping the breakfast and we'll be going to the work, or we'll be going to the school or college, and we will be whiling away the day. And then we come back, we have the routine evening rituals, and we take our dinner, we go to bed. Next day, redo the same process, redo the same process. So what happens here is When you are stumbled into this routine, you are not really able to get the best out of yourself. So, this DLS puts a barricade for all those classical routines, and it brings a new routine, and it brings a new meaning for your life. So why don't you start this? Have this video in your library. And if you would like to have more clarity and insight, just watch this video again. But please give me the promise that you will definitely put this DLS into use. I hope you are definitely going to use, and I hope to meet you soon to listen to your success story because of this DLS technique. Thank you so much for investing your time with me. It means the world to me. Oh, these words will slightly give a vibration into your body and mind. The transition will happen. Hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.